Should the next Battlefield game have a Battle Royale mode? With rumors circulating that Call of Duty Modern Warfare will have a new Battle Royale mode, one has to wonder, will DICE attempt another Battle Royale with their next Battlefield title? Asking this question at our current point in time is a bit tricky, because Battlefield 5's base game, let alone its Firestorm Battle Royale mode, is still in a place that I would consider not polished or properly optimized. So talking about the next game in the franchise seems a bit dismissive of DICE's responsibility to make things right with the current game. That being said, if we're looking at a 2020 holiday release for the next Battlefield game, then DICE should be fairly far along in production of the new game, provided that they're actually giving it more than 18 months of development time, which Battlefield 5 allegedly suffered from. So, if DICE is in fact already neck deep in development for the next game, then they have already asked and probably answered this question internally. In fact, they may have made the decision to include a Battle Royale mode even before Firestorm was launched for Battlefield 5. Looking at Battlefield 5's Firestorm from a longevity and player interest perspective, it can only be chalked up as a failure at this point in time. Trying to join a new game of Firestorm now usually results in a player count half or even less than half of what is intended for a full match. There simply isn't a large enough audience or interest to sustain the mode at the population levels required to make this experience play out as intended, at least on the PC platform. Looking at Firestorm from a short-term perspective or even a marketing perspective, it's possible to write it up as a success. DICE reported many players returning to the franchise to check out the new Firestorm mode, and it got a lot of coverage from popular Battle Royale streamers, bringing in tons of free exposure and marketing. Within the current era of gaming, Battle Royales are undefeated in the FPS market when it comes to popularity and streamability. So popular and even massive franchises like Call of Duty and Battlefield can't ignore the marketing potential of even announcing a Battle Royale mode. It turns heads, it gets comments and news, and once released, there are a plethora of streamers and YouTubers making content and coverage of the new mode because Battle Royale continues to be all the rage in modern FPS gaming. Will this trend end? Well, it's hard to say. Often gaming trends are ended or defeated by new gaming trends. For the first time in a while, Minecraft has started to outdo Fortnite in search results and general interest, so it's possible that the Battle Royale genre hype is dying down a little bit. But there's still no denying that the long format and high-intensity gameplay of Battle Royales are a good recipe for entertainment and excitement. It's a perfect formula for streaming and just gaming with your friends. And when it comes to the question of should Battlefield make another Battle Royale entry in their next title, my answer is a tentative yes, but they would have to do it right. The first step is to make sure any Battle Royale experience added on to Battlefield does not in any way compromise the core game experience. Many of your players and built-up player base are playing Battlefield for the core game experience and frankly couldn't care less about a Battle Royale. That's something that needs to be respected and made sure that if you are going to develop a Battle Royale, the core game should come first and foremost, or maybe they should be developed entirely apart from one another. This is something that I actually think Battlefield 5's Firestorm mode respected pretty well, having been developed by Criterion, but it would be something that would need to be continued in the future. And secondly, and this is something that I believe fully, and I'll explain it more, the Battle Royale mode would have to be free to play. The problem with including a Battle Royale experience as an add-on to a base game that has nothing to do with Battle Royales is that the majority of your retail price audience bought the game for the standard modes, and people interested in Battle Royale exclusively are likely not going to pay a full retail price for something that is, well, an add-on. Battle Royales need a large player population to stay active and fun, and anyone who bought Battlefield 5 specifically for Firestorm at this point is probably kicking themselves unless they've migrated over to the base game and are enjoying that aspect of it. Otherwise, someone looking to get into a Battle Royale game would have been smart to avoid getting into Firestorm and instead just stick with many of the free-to-play or extremely inexpensive alternative options. The fact that two of the biggest and many would argue best Battle Royales today are actually free-to-play creates a situation in which it's pretty much impossible to create a successful, massive-scale battle royale that has an entry fee. The Blackout Battle Royale, which launched with fairly high praise and even a massive player base borrowed from Black Ops base game, has dropped off massively in player count. People still play it, but that's about the best possible outcome you could hope for in a paid entry battle royale in today's market. Blackout did it. It showed us the most successful a battle royale could be behind a full retail price paid game, and it's not exactly holding public interest. So if Battlefield launches another battle royale behind their base game paywall, it will again be a flash in the pan with no possibility of surviving in the long term. There's virtually no denying that. If DICE is following that logic and not just making a battle royale as a marketing stunt with zero aspirations for long-term success, then their next battle royale will be free. It has to be. Now, that being said, tying a free-to-play battle royale into a paid-for base game of Battlefield does make a lot of sense. Bringing base game cosmetics, weapon camos, and elite soldiers over into the battle royale side is a feature that I would personally want, and vice versa. Offering battle royale exclusive cosmetics that could be used in the base game as well would be a really cool feature that showed you were a very well-versed player that played all sorts of Battlefield modes. The free game would inevitably market the paid game, just as Apex Legends has marketed Titanfall 2. It could be an incredible gateway experience to get more players into the base game of Battlefield, which I personally feel has been an underrated experience in the past. Maybe not necessarily with Battlefield 5 so far, but certainly the previous games have offered incredibly open and dynamic gameplay unlike anything else on the market. Now, what about redesigning the rest of the content? In my opinion, Firestorm takes Battlefield gunplay, which is some of my favorite gunplay, and combines it with the insane visuals and destruction from the Frostbite engine. Really, they have a lot going for them when it comes to standing out from the crowd. They just need to capitalize on it better, which they didn't do in Firestorm. More extreme map designs, where it's possible to jump from tall areas like Damavon Peak or bring down massive buildings or bridges, would not only make the game mode much more marketable, but far more interesting and do stuff that other battle royales can't do. Or maybe even integrating the ability to destroy a dam, as it was possible in Lankang Dam in Battlefield 4. What if players controlled the ability to drastically change the layout of the map based on what they destroyed, like flooding a valley or blocking an area by dropping a tower on it? Also, the game needs more opportunities for extreme range sniping like in Battlefield 4, and more of an emphasis on using transport vehicles for cool stunts, maneuvers, and, well, just getting around the map quickly. And oddly, one of the easiest ways to make Firestorm stand apart was integrating some of the coolest features from the Battlefield franchise to their Battle Royale mode, and yet they didn't really capitalize on it. Sure, there's some destruction and the visuals are nice, but they certainly didn't go to the extent that I think a lot of people would have wanted to see. At the end of the day, they made a battle royale that I do enjoy, but it is again another battle royale that makes bush camping one of the most viable tactics in the game. Battlefield has often been fast-paced and intense, yet so many people I run into in Firestorm are doing anything but playing aggressively. Anyway, the nuances of Firestorm and how it could be changed to be a better game are a discussion that I've actually had before, and I really think the most important takeaway from DICE's release of Firestorm is that, like the base game, it showed major potential, but this time its main fatal flaw was being tied into a retail price game, and launching both a base game that's paid for with a free-to-play Battle Royale experience as an add-on could be the recipe for success. And to be honest, if their competition Activision sees the writing on the wall before DICE does, well, they're coming to market with a game before DICE is. If they come to market with their new big popular Call of Duty game and it has a free-to-play Battle Royale tagged along with it, they could easily scoop this marketing opportunity from DICE. And in fact, the leaker of the new Call of Duty Battle Royale game alleged that the mode would also be free to play. This in itself could be enough to actually scoop any sort of exciting free-to-play news from DICE, since, Activision's gonna get a first shot at the next Battle Royale, allegedly, if any of this leaked information is actually true. So it would create an even more hostile playing field for DICE when trying to announce any sort of exciting new features. Personally, if I were DICE, not only would I be working on a new free-to-play Battle Royale mode for whatever the next Battlefield game is, but I would also be working on a way to make the current Firestorm mode free to play indefinitely, getting players into Battlefield 5 and that Battle Royale mode, and getting their player base used to the concept of a free to play Battle Royale being tagged onto the paid for base game. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about this. I'm sure most people would agree with free to play content, but I'm more interested to hear what you guys think about integrating sort of a free Battle Royale next to a base game. Should they be totally separate? Should they be linked together? Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know in the comments what you think, and I'll see you next time. This is Level Cap, signing off.